Hey guys, what's up? It's Looney TNT. Today we're going to go over some best in slot items, and we're going to talk about what bosses you should be using your rolls on, and what items you should be using for your tiers to get those bonuses. Because there is a best way. So, I had this question asked to me quite a few times, and I thought it would be a great video to make for a lot of newer players. You know, some of you guys know what route you're wanting to go, but it's always important when you guys are looking at a tier to figure out what pieces you are looking for and what bosses you guys are needing. So there is a lot of different opinions on gear, on what, like, there's still people trying to build like crit verse gear and like crit haste gear. You know, the two best stats you can be looking for right now is crit and mastery. Those are the two best stats that you can be looking for, and those are two stats that you want to build up. So obviously we're going to be looking for items with that, so we're going to go and talk about that today. But to get it out of the way, the 4 items that you want for your tier, you are going to want your headpiece, you're going to want your chest, the back, and the legs. The shoulders and the gloves, we can get way better upgrades in Nighthold from bosses. So those two we do not want. So if you have the shoulders and the gloves, you're going to be wanting to switch those up with those other 4, because those are just bad. They're really bad for us. So let's go ahead and talk about some best in slot items for Nighthold. Now, when we're looking at best in slot items, because of War Forging and Titan Forging and all this other fun stuff from Mythic Pluses and all this great things that we have, you know, obviously there's going to be pieces of gear that are going to be better for you than other pieces of gear from even Nighthold. You might do a Maw of Souls and get some, you know, 900 eye level piece of gear that is way better than 900 piece of gear in Nighthold. It kind of just is what it is. So obviously there's going to be little differences, but overall this is going to be what we're looking for, and we're looking for crit, mastery, and let's go ahead and get into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, we're going to look at heroic gear, and when I say best in slot, obviously mythic gear that is Titan Forged to the highest its extent, and with a socket is the best in slot, right? But let's just look at the items that we're going for. So it doesn't matter if you're doing Raid Finder, normal, heroic, or mythic. These items are the ones that you're going to be looking for. So it's kind of funny because the first couple bosses, we absolutely don't need anything. So we don't need anything from this guy, and we also don't need anything from this guy. Third boss, though, we do have the back piece that we're looking for. The back is very, very good. Now, the chest piece here is okay, but because we're looking for our tier chest, that chest is just kind of, we don't want it. Unless, for some reason, you need it, right? You need a chest. You already have your 4 set complete with the other 2 items. It is what it is. But we're looking for the back on this. Fourth boss in here. There's these gloves here are absolutely amazing. I have a heroic Titan Forged ones, and they are your best in slot gloves, and those are the ones that you're going to be looking for. The ring is amazing also. So when you look at the ring, it's another one that I have. It's a crit mastery ring. Tons of crit on this thing. So we're looking for 2 items out of here. We're going to be looking for the hands, and we're also going to be looking for the ring. Tacondrus. Tacondrus is a cool boss, but there's not a lot to offer for us other than the Fell Relic. As you can see, I need to upgrade my relics so much, you know, and unfortunately I've been unlucky and I have not got this relic off this boss yet. But I need this relic, and this is something that you guys should be looking for too. The shoulders, like we already talked about that. The back piece, it's a okay back piece, but you know, the tier back piece is way better. No crit. There is some crit, but it's not It's not amazing. So we're not looking for that ring on that boss. Croesus, we do have a Fel Relic, and the only reason you want this Fel Relic is if you had something way lower, right? If you have something similar to it, the trait on it does not do much, so it's very hard to give up, you know, your critical strike damage from your Chaos Strike. You know, it's not that good, you know, but eye level on weapon is very important. Alright, so Botanist. We're looking for Botanist. Now, you could definitely be looking for the Trinket here. You're definitely looking for the boots here. The boots are amazing. Legs, don't need legs. We do have a Shadow Relic. So relics are always, you know, pretty decently important. Trinket here. I have an 895 Trinket with a socket on this one. So this Trinket is pretty good. This Trinkets are funny because, you know, when you're looking at best of slot trinkets and all that other stuff, there are trinkets that are better than others. But the minute they start getting Titan Forged, it changes everything. So trinkets are a whole different video. Alright, so what we're going to be looking for on Star is we're going to be looking for the shoulders. So the shoulders here are Crit Mastery. So we have a lot of Crit Mastery gear. But as you can see, my shoulders that I have that are Heroic Titan Forged, they are 895s. So I would, even if this was an 895, I still don't know if I would like it because I love crit. And crit and mastery are very similar, but, you know, I play my character. I wish I had 1,000,000% crit, but I think we all do, but that's just the way it is for me. Other than that, there's really no other items that you're looking for on this boss. Alright, this one. Alright, this is the one we'll talk about here. The thing that you're looking for here is you're going to be looking for wrist, you're going to be looking for the headpiece, and you're also going to be looking for the trinket. The trinket is amazing with the legendary shoulders. It's the best. That is what you're looking for. If you're looking for a legendary set, you're looking for the legendary ring and the shoulders and this trinket right here. All those combined, you're just get it. I want it so bad, but you know, I just haven't had the chance to get it, unfortunately. So there are 3 items that we can get off this boss. So this boss is very important for demon hunters. The back is the only piece that we don't want, and the back is probably the piece that we will always get, right? That's just the way it goes. Alright, so Gul'dan, though. Gul'dan's another one that has some really good items here. It's a mix, and it's kind of weird, right? But let's talk about it a little bit. So, obviously, it has a Fel Relic, it has a Shadow Relic, it has, you know, a really good waist here. You can't go wrong with Gul'dan. Gul'dan is, you know, the legs, you know, even if you get this trinket that does nothing for demon hunters. I have an 895, one of these, and it does not compare to my other trinkets. And I'm sure there's situations where it's going to be good, but I just don't want it. But if I get it, I'm still like, all right, that's still cool. The ring is interesting. The ring is really interesting because is this one of your best in slot rings? It's got so much mastery. So much. But it does not have crit. But you can kind of look at the stat weights, and when you do have your 4 set, mastery and crit are very close, if not equal. So, that's an interesting one to look at. But, it's kind of up to you and on your character. So, pick and kind of choose on that. So, those are the bosses that we're really looking for gear. As you can see, there is a lot of crit mastery gear, and there's a path to go when gearing up your demon hunter. First few bosses, what I do is I just spec tank, you know, and hope I don't get a DPS legendary, right? I just, you know, that's kind of what I do. But on the rest of the bosses, there is a method to getting gear here. So hopefully this helped you guys out from roles perspectives on what you're wanting to use your roles on. Obviously, the last two bosses, you're going to be wanting to use a role on each one of these bosses. Or what I do is when I'm trying to target an item, I kill the boss however many rolls I have that week, and I roll off that boss, you know, that many times. Because if you do kill a boss, you get a chance to loot it the first time. But the second time you kill a boss, you also can still bonus roll on the boss and achieve loot that way. So if I had to pick, I'd pick these two bosses to consistently roll off on. But you know, if you're really needing that chest piece from Corrosis, you know, it's okay to bonus roll there too. So all right, guys. Hopefully that helped you guys out. It is a very basic guide, and you know, it's really easy to understand what items you're going to be looking for. This video is for a lot of those newer players that weren't quite sure on what bosses they should be killing every week, what bosses that are they should be using their roles and things like that. So hopefully I helped those players out, and if you guys learned anything from this video, hey, that's just a bonus for me. So thank you guys. I'm here to help a lot of the newer players and any of the advanced players that have tips and guides for me. Please let me know. Remember, I only talked about Nighthold on here. There is so much possibility for Emerald Nightmare and things like that, and TOV. They are definitely worth going back and doing them on Mythic for a chance at a Titan Forge. So I'm not saying that isn't important, but we're just talking about Nighthold right now. That's the hype. We're pretty deep in already. We're looking for 7.2, but get those upgrades, have some fun, and like always, I'll talk to you guys soon.